The idolaters, unconsciously and with full compliance, prostrated themselves in absolute God-fearing and stainless devotion. It was in fact the wonderful moment of the truth that cleaved through the obdurate souls of the haughty and the attitude of the scoffers. They stood aghast when they perceived that Allah's words had conquered their hearts and done the same thing that they had been trying hard to annihilate and exterminate. Their co-polytheists who had not been present on the scene reproached and blamed them severely. Consequently, they began to fabricate lies and calumniate the Prophet, PBUH, alleging that he had attached to their idols great veneration and ascribed to them the power of desirable intercession. All of these were desperate attempts made to establish an excusable justification for their prostrating themselves with the Prophet, PBUH, on that day. Of course, this foolish and iniquitous, slanderous behavior was in line with their life-consecrated practice of telling lies and plot-hatching. News of this incident was misreported to the Muslim immigrants in Abyssinia, Ethiopia. They were informed that the whole of Quraysh had embraced Islam, so they made their way back home. They arrived in Makkah in Shawwal of the same year. When they were only an hour's travel from Makkah, the reality of the situation was discovered. Some of them returned to Abyssinia, Ethiopia, others sneaked secretly into the city or went in publicly but under the tutelage of a local notable. However, due to the news that transpired to the Makkans about the good hospitality and warm welcome that the Muslims were accorded in Abyssinia, Ethiopia, the polytheists got terribly indignant and started to mete out severer and more horrible maltreatment and tortures to the Muslims. Thereupon the Messenger of Allah, PBUH, deemed it imperative to permit the helpless creatures to seek asylum in Abyssinia, Ethiopia, for the second time. Migration this time was not as easy as it was the previous time, for Quraysh was on the alert to the least suspicious moves of the Muslims. In due course, however, the Muslims managed their affairs too fast for the Qurayshites to thwart their attempt of escape. The group of emigrants this time comprised 83 men and 19 or, in some versions, 18 women. Whether or not Ammar was included is still a matter of doubt. Tafhim ul-Quran 5-188, Zad al-Mad 124, Ibn Hisham 1-364, Ramad ul-Amin 161.